This is going to be a bigger undertaking than I thought. What's up everybody, it's me, Joe, back today with a DIY project. I am going to organize and clean up my desk. It has looked pretty bad since we moved into this house, so today's goal is to do some cable management, get some things looking a little better, and maybe even change what wall this is on. Goodness, this is heavy, I haven't vlogged in forever. So let's take a tour of my desk before we really get this going here. As you can see, there's some low-hanging fruit that I can pull off, like that water glass right there, and that USB cable, and these phones. The whole goal here is to kind of make this look nice. I have a PC that I use down here. It's kind of in the shadows there, but that's usually what I'm using, and sometimes I will plug in a MacBook up top here, either for work or my personal MacBook. So I just want to get kind of this whole mess of wires just dealt with. The first step is just going to be like a general cleanup, get some of the junk off the desk and get things kind of tidied up just a little. Then I'm going to pull it off the wall and face it toward the light so we can see how I do all the cable management. The goal is to try to get just like a couple of wires hanging down off the back. So here's where the DIY part comes in. I'm going to take these cable ties that I got with some of my audio gear and put the cables in those. Then I'm going to use this Velcro that was left over from my pedal board build, my guitar pedal board build, and attach that to the bottom of the desk so that the cable ties have something to stick to. Let's hope it works. Okay, here's the before. As you can see, it is pretty messy. Here's that big bunch of cables that I was showing you a minute ago, and try to get those managed a little bit better. Try to figure out what things need to stay on top of the desk, what things need to go down behind. So here's a tip for you as you're trying to cable manage your own devices and desks and things. Pick a cable that is the right length for your application, and that will tidy things up just right away. I was using this one here on the right, which is, I don't know, maybe like a 15-foot HDMI to make a 3-foot jump. All right, progress update. We are looking a little bit better over here. As you can see, we've got the main post here with the cables pretty much managed. We've got the monitor cleaned up a little bit. I'm working on getting these last couple of audio cables sorted out. We're just gonna kind of tack them up under here with Velcro, just like we did the other side. Things are looking good. Hopefully we'll get this done pretty quick. So one thing to note, I did have some trouble with the smaller Velcro hook and loop ties supporting the weight of some of these cables. So I've just been using a piece of the Velcro meant for that pedal board that matches this larger Velcro, just not pulling the adhesive back off and putting them on that way. That's been working pretty good so far. All right, this is looking way better. As you can see, we've got the power and audio cords from that speaker put under the table, routed down to there, and they come down this main pipe in the middle where everything is kind of tied together. We've got this side managed with some Velcro back there, holding that audio cable up. We've put power, data, and audio together here, and that is gonna hold up fine. Everything's looking good. I was actually a little concerned about this section right here with all the power and data cables being Velcroed to this metal section in the middle. I reached out to a friend of mine that knows electrical engineering, and he said that that should be fine, and also recommended a cable hammock. But like I said earlier, I'm taking the DIY route with some materials that I already had here. So if this works, I'm gonna roll with this and be happy that it looks a little bit better. All right, I'm feeling way better about this. I think everything is managed on the back. About to flip the desk back around and put it on this back wall. But before I do, just a couple of tips and things that I learned while I was doing this. The most important tip I can give you is just be sure that you leave enough strain relief on the cables that they're not pulled so tightly that they're gonna wear the cable. The second is to plan everything out on your desk before you do this. I know I've had this audio interface and these speakers for a long time, and I know how they work in my desk and how everything needs to be set up for me. So if that's something that's new to you or you're adding new gear, definitely think about that before you try to put the desk together and start Velcroing things or modifying the cable lengths or whatever you need to do. And the last thing is to just make it your own. I added this little LED strip from IKEA there. Hopefully that's gonna look good when we flip it around and get it all plugged back in. So here's the part where I get really OCD. Trying to get this desk centered on the wall. I'm gonna call that 29 3/4. I think we're good enough. So here's the desk, it's all complete. Glad to have finally gotten this done. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time, so thanks for following along. I know it's not my typical video on this channel, but certainly thank you. And if this video was helpful at all, please feel free to give it a like and comment below with exactly what you're doing to improve your work setup. So thanks again for watching. See you on the next one. Bye.